Hey guys, welcome to my channel. Today we're going to do a very easy and a very interesting daffodils painting. So let's get started. Okay, to save on the time, I've already made the sketch ready. I have 3 daffodil flowers here and some leaves. So let me start with our flower number 1. I'll basically be using 4 pigments for the flowers. Gamboge hue yellow, yellow ochre, a bit of orange and very slight cobalt blue. So I'm first using Gamboge hue yellow and very light coat of the color is what I'm putting here, just at places, and I spread it with water. Now once the first base coat is ready, I take some more Gamboge hue yellow and with that I'm doing some shading part and making certain areas darker. I also bring in a bit of yellow ochre just like this. I'm doing the outlines. Now I'm going to take Gamboge hue yellow in my brush again and I will just try to mix in both the pigments. Okay, so you just see when both the pigments are mixing, they form a very beautiful shade. Now I have to do the petals. So once my first layer of color for this flower is done, I'll come to the second layer and here I'll bring in a bit of burnt sienna brown and just make it a bit darker. I'm also bringing in a bit of orange . And now with yellow ochre, I'm just doing the veins of the petals. I also take some gamboge hue yellow on my brush, and I'm just going to merge the pigments. Still working with my thin brush. And this petal, I will do the outline just with gamboge hue. I'm not giving any hint of yellow ochre in this. Adding a bit of depth to them will give a realistic feel to the flowers, and depth comes by adding darker tones of the pigments we're using. So our base color is yellow. We're using two tones, gamboge hue and yellow ochre, that is a lighter and a darker tone of yellow. Adding a bit of burnt sienna brown, which is the darker pigment, gives that feel of depth. Now let's come to our flower number 2. Same way, the center of the flower first. I'll take gamboge hue yellow, and the lightest possible coat of yellow is what I'm going to do here, because not all the areas of this part are going to be dark. Now let's take some more gamboge hue, and in the direction of the shape we will give the shading. Okay, so just like this. Let's bring in some yellow ochre, and let me switch to my thinner brush. Okay. Now this inner part is a bit darker, so I bring in a little sap green. Now it's all gamboge hue yellow. I bring in a bit of yellow ochre. The same way, base coat first, that is clear wash, and then gamboge hue yellow. Okay, let it spread. Another petal, same way, and once it is dry, I now again bring in my yellow, that is in gamboge hue, and make this part brighter. And now using a bit of burnt sienna brown, I'm giving the outlines. If you wish, you can also give a hint of black in this. Now let's again come to the petals, and that means gambosh hue yellow. Now for giving the darker look, it's the yellow ochre that comes in. A hint of blue. So just see, when I'm doing these outlines, my pigment is not at all watery. Now this part needs some darker areas first, so I'm doing those, and that will define the flower. So a clear wash and then yellow, and we will just let it spread. The inner area also the same way, clear wash, and then I give gambosh hue. At the same time, I do some orange as well, and I will let that also spread with water. Meanwhile here, when it is still wet, I'm giving yellow ochre